Hi, welcome. It's just me, Rach. I'm here to show you another craft for the holiday season. Pardon the strange angle of the camera, but I'm getting set up to show you exactly what you need for this little craft. This can be an ornament for really little kids. Using their handprints, but since mine is a bit bigger, my son's bigger, and his hand's larger, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create like kind of like a little plaque with his handprint, and then it's gonna be like a wall hanging or something. It's a great gift for grandparents, other family members, and things like that. And yeah, so I'll just get started, and I'll show you what I'm gonna be using. I'm using this here. It's Das modeling material, modeling clay, I guess you could kind of call it. It's air drying, so you'll need to wait several hours for it to completely dry, and you'll know because it'll get lighter in weight. And when it is dry, then you can decorate and paint it any way you want to, but I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. And if you are using this for ornaments, you will cut it out and then make sure to put a little hole at the top so that you can tie your little ornament. So just in time for Christmas. It's still not too late to make this little craft.
Take your modeling material or clay. You can also use salt dough if you'd like. It's easy to make, and you're going to just kind of start out with flattening it out. I put a piece of plastic wrap over it to make rolling it out easier. In hindsight, I may have wanted to also put a piece of something underneath it to make transferring the modeling material to a different surface so that it can dry from the bottom as well. I put mine on a baking rack. So once that's done, you're going to take your little one's hand and you're going to make an impression within the modeling material or clay. I'm putting a little bit more pressure on my son's hand because he can take it. His hand's a bit stronger here, but with the little ones you just want to be careful. So you want something that's going to be able to take the impression that's going to be a lot more pliable than what I'm using here. And I had rolled it out to about 1/4 inch thick. So once you have the impression, you will trim it and trim the excess off. I'm just using a pizza cutter. You can use a knife, any sharp sort of edge will do, and then just smooth out the edges. Now you're going to transfer this to, again, something where it can dry overnight, preferably on both sides. I used a baking rack. Once it's completely dry, you're going to paint the entire surface. If you're doing an ornament especially, you probably want to paint both the front and back. Then I have some paints here that I'm going to need. If you need flesh colored paint, I mixed pink and yellow together to give you a nice shade of sort of an apricot flesh toned. And here's my time-elapsed video of the design. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm starting off with red here. It's slightly thin, so I will go back and do a second coat just to intensify the color. But there's the hat, and the idea here is the edges of this painting that you're doing is basically the outline of the hand print. So you'll see the end of the hat where I'm painting right now. That is the thumb. And then you're going to go along again with the black paint here and just put a little design underneath, or where the trim of the hat would be, that sort of overlaps his forehead and his little face. And then you're going to take again your black paint, and again we're just outlining the fingers. It's very difficult to see on this video, but when you do the impression yourself, and if you get a deeper impression than I did, you will certainly be able to trace those out without any problems whatsoever. And if you feel more comfortable, you can certainly use a pencil to sort of trace everything out beforehand. But I'm just freehanding everything right now. Then I'm starting in with the flesh colored paint. Again, pink and yellow works very nicely, and just adjust that as needed. In hindsight, again, I would probably go in and do this before doing the black trim of the hat, so I don't have to go over and intensify that sharp black edge. And then here's his little mustache. Pretty simple. I mean, there's not a lot to the design. Gotta put his little eyes in, and then a little nose. So I'm going to go in the nose with a little bit of red. And that's pretty much it. That is the Santa ornament. Again, don't forget, you can see I put a little hole at the top there. I just used a straw to punch out a hole so that you can use it as a hanging. Just string some ribbon through that, and it makes a really cute gift. So there you go. I just added 2012 and a little space on the corner, and that's your ornament. Season's greetings. Thank you for watching.